I want to play for you a little bit of this Andrei Melnyk. I want you to know that when I say he's Ukraine's leading Nazi, I'm not saying that as an insult, although it should be insulting. I'm not saying that as hyperbole. He is the deputy foreign minister, and in this extensive interview, he explains why the Nazis did not, in fact, do atrocious things to the Jews. Ukraine's leading Nazi, Stepan Bandera, was not a bad dude. The Jews are lying about it. The Jews and Poland and Germany and Russia are all lying about it. No, no, no. There was no killing of the Jews, and the Jews are lying. And Stepan Bandera, the leading Nazi, was a good egg. And he was saying this at the time as Ukraine's ambassador to Germany. So this is not a nobody. When I say this is the leading Nazi in Ukraine, I mean, you can't get any higher on the pyramid than this guy. But the thing about Germany is they're so sensitive to their Nazi past. They're actually a liberal democracy in all ways except for one. When it comes to freedom of speech, they do not allow Nazis. It's against the law to express support for National Socialism. You cannot fly a swastika. You cannot say Sieg Heil or Heil Hitler. You cannot promote Nazism. You can in Canada. You can fly a Nazi flag and it'll be odious and people will shame you and scorn you as it should be, but that's not actually a crime. In Germany, it is a crime. And here you have the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany giving the most bold defense of Nazism that I think has been said since 1945. Here, I'm just going to play 2 minutes. This is an excerpt from an extended pro-Nazi rant that got Andrei Melnyk fired, created an international diplomatic incident. He was denounced by the Polish foreign ministry, by the Israeli foreign ministry, and Germany said to Ukraine, either you take this guy or voluntarily have him resign, or we are going to fire him and declare him persona non grata. We are going to deport your Nazi. Come get your Nazi. Come take your Nazi back. And in fact, they did. This interview was so shocking that Germany essentially fired him. They let Ukraine withdraw him as opposed to, imagine deporting a Ukrainian ambassador. They did Zelensky a favor by letting Zelensky take this guy. But this is less than a year ago. Take a look.
Es gab mehrere Massaker an Polen in der Westukraine durchgeführt von den Bandera.
Ja, und es gab auch auf gleiche Weise die gleichen Massaker der Polen gegenüber der Ukraine. Auch Zehntausende Ukrainer.
Macht ja nichts besser.
Zehntausende Ukrainer wurden, das war ein Krieg. Und deswegen, das wollen jetzt die Polen, also diese Geschichte politisieren. Wir sind dagegen.
Aber hat Israel Unrecht? Israel, der Staat Israel,
ja,
das 800.000 Juden auch von Banderas Truppen und Bandera denken Sie sich das aus?
Ich weiß nicht, was sie sich ausdenken, aber wir reden über Bandera, ja? Und wir reden über Bandera.
Die ganze Welt erkennt an, dass Bandera an der Ermordung von 100.000 Juden beteiligt ist.
Nein, das stimmt
außer
nicht.
Die Ukraine.
Es gibt keine Belege, dass Bandera-Truppen Hunderttausende Juden ermordet haben. Es gibt keine Belege. Das ist diese Narrative, dass die Russen bis heute durchsetzen und das in Deutschland und auch in Polen und in Israel auch Unterstützung
finden. Denken sich die jüdischen Gemeinden das alle aus?
Ich weiß nicht, woher sie diese Daten nehmen, aber ich bin bereit, auch mit den jüdischen Gemeinden darüber sachlich zu reden, wenn sie wirklich nicht nur das wiederholen, was wir seit Jahrzehnten hören. Bandera ist...
Es gab Flugblätter, als die Deutschen reingekommen sind nach Lviv. Da hieß es, Volk, das musst du wissen. Moskowiten, Polen, Ungarn und Juden, sie sind deine Feinde. Vernichte sie. Das musst du wissen. Deine Führung. Dein Führer Stepan Bandera.
Was für Flugblätter?
Als die Deutschen gerade einmarschiert sind, da haben sie quasi an die Bevölkerung das verteilt, die ja noch unter anderer Herrschaft dann da waren. Die haben sich ja mit den Deutschen verbrüdert. Das ist doch ganz klar.
Also...
Und ich frage mich halt, ich verstehe...
Also ich werde dir heute nicht sagen, dass ich mich davon distanziere. Und das war's. Ja.
Das ist ja deine Entscheidung.
Das ist meine Entscheidung und das kannst du nicht verstehen, aber weil...
Ich verstehe nicht, wie man jemanden als Helden bezeichnen kann, der gleichzeitig Massenmörder von Juden und Polen war.
Bandera war kein Massenmörder von Juden und Polen. Er war kein Massenmörder.
But he was. That is the dictionary definition of Holocaust denial. Stepan Bandera was the Nazi boss of Ukraine. That interviewer was literally reading Bandera's leaflets as one of, 10,000 examples you can give. It is a historical fact. In fact, I've actually never seen it denied this way. Could you imagine that was the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany defending Nazis, saying the Jews, I don't believe the Jews or the Poles or the Germans or the Russians. It didn't happen. The Holocaust didn't happen in Ukraine. He didn't kill the Jews. What the actual fuck? That was Ukraine's ambassador to Germany. You know that Germany, it's against the law to propagate Nazi narratives. I frankly think that their laws are too strict. I'm not a Nazi. In fact, I'm a Jew. But I believe in freedom of speech. I believe that bad ideas should be chased out by good ideas. I believe that interviewer just made Melnyk look like what he is. That's how you take on a Nazi, by being prepared, by having your arguments, by having your facts. I think that Melnyk was completely exposed there. In Germany, what that ambassador said was actually a crime. And I say again, I don't believe in criminalizing hate. I think you debate it. But Germany has its own laws. So they basically said to Vladimir Zelensky, because this wasn't even a year ago, they said to Zelensky, come get your Nazi or we're going to kick him out. And Zelensky said, no, man. And they said, come get him or we're going to kick him out. And so Zelensky brought him back. After diplomatic protest by Poland, Israel. But he wasn't thrown away. He was made deputy foreign minister. And look at Andrei Melnyk's tweet on Saturday. How did I learn that Trudeau was meeting with Andrei Melnyk? He literally met Trudeau when Trudeau stepped off the train. He literally toured Trudeau around the town. But strangely, that wasn't mentioned by Trudeau or any of the regime media who were accompanying it. It was mentioned by Andrei Melnyk. Welcome to Ukraine, Mr. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. You can see Trudeau at the train station. You can see officials there. And the guy shaking his hand is Andrei Melnyk. You recognize him from the podcast we just saw. Scroll down a little bit. So 500,000 views, thousands of interactions there. Scroll up again, please. Yeah. So why wouldn't he tweet it? He is being validated. The Nazi Holocaust denier who was kicked out of Germany gets to meet with Trudeau. And of course he's going to tweet that because it's validation. It's exoneration. Look, here's a liberal prime minister, very woke, very progressive, very human rights sensitive, and he's shaking my hand and smiling with me, and I'm going to tour him around town, and he's going to treat me with respect. I don't care what you Jews say. I don't care what Germany or Poland or Russia says. This guy is willing to whitewash me. Of course I'm going to tweet it. Strangely, Trudeau himself didn't. Click on Trudeau's name handle there for a second. And then just scroll down a few days. Scroll down to June 10th, because that's when he rolled into town. And then, yeah, so there's Zelensky having a hug, and they don't show him. Scroll down a little bit more. Yeah, they're talking about the plane they seized. Okay, so go up. So you'll see if I'm not mistaken, okay, open on those pictures there. That's, okay, I don't know who that is. I don't see Melnyk there. Now, that's not Trudeau. That's Anita Anand, Canada's defense minister, who's obviously with a different group. Yeah, my point that I'm making somewhat slowly is that Justin Trudeau did not share a photo. You tell me if you find one. But he did not share a photo of him meeting with Andrei Melnyk. Why not? Did he think he could keep it a secret? Andrei Melnyk wanted to tell the world because Andrei Melnyk was having his reputation cleaned by Trudeau, a Nazi sympathizer, Holocaust denier. Is that from a Trudeau page? Okay, so this picture was taken by Canadian press, and this was in the Globe and Mail as well. So there's Trudeau in front of some, I think it's a burnt out tank. To his right, I believe that's Chrystia Freeland in the sunglasses. And you can see Andrei Melnyk on the left there. Like I say, Melnyk was taking him around town. Give me the caption of CP. Can you show me the caption on the photo, if possible? Because this photo was used in the Globe and Mail as well. And they didn't, I read the entire accompanying story, and I did not see him named. So Trudeau, like, were they not curious who this man is, who's greeting Trudeau, who's shepherding him around Kyiv? Who, like, it wasn't Zelensky who met Trudeau at the train. It was this guy. Did no one say, who's that? Did no one say, what's his name? Did no one Google him? Is there a caption on that? Don't worry about it. I have seen that photo. It was the photo tweeted by Mark McKinnon in the Globe and Mail. My point is that the world, sorry, all the journalists knew. Okay, so there it is. So that's the caption. Ukraine, Canada. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, accompanied by Canada's Minister of Finance, Chrystia Freeland, right, visits an exhibition of destroyed vehicles in Kyiv, Ukraine, Saturday, June 10th, from Valentin Ogienko of Post via AP. So you'll notice that they name Trudeau and Freeland, but they don't name Melnyk. And every photo I saw was silent on who that guy is, because they know he's a Nazi Holocaust denier. And Trudeau is pretty brazen about it, but they just, I don't know, maybe they're afraid of being jailed by Vladimir Zelensky, who's jailing journalists. How about here? Yeah, put that one up. Exact same caption. It's just another shot. Yeah. So they will not name him. Maybe they're stunned that Trudeau would be hanging out with this. Like, let me just tell you, this is not my judgment that he's unacceptable. Imagine a diplomat being kicked out of a country. When was the last time Canada kicked out a Chinese diplomat? Or, you know, how often does it happen that you're kicked out? Germany kicked this guy out because he was so odious and, like I say, possibly criminal.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.